Salutations, my friends. Thank you for coming back to Mr. Teddy's Pre-K. Today we're going to do another book walk through a Halloween book. I love this book and I hope you like it too. It has a skeleton in it. Now, around this time in October, you might see some scary skeletons around. But just remember, skeletons are just bones, the bones inside of our body. We can't see them, but if you see a skeleton at the store, or you see somebody that has a skeleton decoration when you're out trick or treating on Halloween, just remember, just some bones. That's all it is. That- what- Did you just see something go across the screen right here? I did. Well, that's strange. Okay, well, let's keep going. The book we're going to read today is called Skeleton Hiccups. Let's look at that front cover. I see a skeleton, and it looks like he's holding his nose and drinking water. Oh my goodness. Let's look more closely at this illustration on the front cover. Look what happens to the water when the skeleton drinks it. Do you see how it just goes down? Because he doesn't have a body. He's just a bunch of bones. The author of this book is Marjorie Hewler. The author's job, remember, is to write the story and write the words. These pictures were drawn by S.D. Schindler. That's the illustrator. Beautiful, beautiful illustrations. Funny illustrations, too. Now, before you start to read a book, it's always a good idea to look on the back cover, too. So turn your book around. What do you see on the back cover there? There's that skeleton again, and he's holding his mouth. I wonder why he's holding his mouth. I don't know. All right, are you ready to read Skeleton Hiccups? Excuse me, little ghost. Mhm. Well, what are you doing? Yes, we're getting ready to read a book together. It's not about ghosts. I'm sorry. It's about skeletons. Oh, okay. Go ahead. Say hi to everybody. Boo! Boo! Oh my goodness. Hey guys, do you know who this is? It's somebody in a costume. It's somebody using his imagination. Mr. Teddy, is that you? Come on out, Mr. Teddy. Let's take off your costume. Here we go. Whoop. Hey, Mr. Teddy, welcome back. We haven't seen you in a while, right? Were you trying to scare us? Yes, that's my Halloween costume. I'm gonna be a ghosty. Ooh. Yes, we'll read a book about a ghost when it gets closer to Halloween, okay? Now, are you ready to hear the story Skeleton Hiccups? All right, sit right here, Mr. Teddy. Boys and girls, are you ready? Here we go. Now, we're going to do a book walk. A book walk is when we don't actually read each word that the author has written, but we sort of tell the story in our own way, looking at the words and looking at the pictures. Here we go. Skeleton Hiccups. I see the title page. Skeleton Hiccups. And there he is. And look at his little eyebrows, if you will. Something's bothering him, don't you think? Here we go. Skeleton woke up. He has hiccups, guys. Have you ever gotten hiccups where you get air trapped in your body? He woke up. There he is in his bed. He's got a red blanket. He's got a little glass of water next to his bed, and he's got the hiccups. Uh-oh. He got out of bed and he went in the bathroom. Look, guys, he's taking a shower. But I see three little words. He still has the hiccups. And uh-oh, he dropped the soap there. Boing. So he's getting ready for his day, I bet. And he's getting all clean, and he dropped the soap there. And oh, look on the bottom. Do you see his slippers? Are they little wolf slippers? Ah, remember, when you're reading a book and you're looking at the pictures, look all around the picture, not just at the main character, and you'll see some fun details that might be important later in the story. It says that next, Skeleton brushed his teeth, but he still has the hiccups. And oh my goodness, there he is with his toothbrush. And what popped off? It's part of his mouth. Do you see that? Let me turn it this way. It's his lower jaw. It's his mandible bone. Brushing his teeth, and the bottom part of his face, the mandible bone, popped off. Poor Skeleton. He's having a rough morning, isn't he, Mr. Teddy? Yes. Next, it says he polished his bones. He's got a little cloth or washcloth. He's polishing his bones, making them shiny. And it says, hip, 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 up. And now look what happened. His arm bone popped off. Do you see right there? It came apart. Poor Skeleton. He's having lots of problems. Later, he decided to carve a pumpkin. Do you see him right there? And I see a little teeny tiny word, H-I-C. That's still has the hiccups. Later, he went outside and raked some leaves. There's his rake. That's the tool that you use to get all the leaves together. And if you look carefully on this side of the page, you'll see teeny tiny words again. So he still has the hiccups, friends. What's he going to do? He went to play, looks like baseball, with his friend Ghost, and he still has hiccups. It says, hip, hip, hip. And there's his friend Ghost. Poor guy. Hiccups can be really bothersome. Have you ever had hiccups? Poor Skeleton. How is he going to solve this problem? Ghost told Skeleton, hold your breath. So he tried it. But then, hip, 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 he still has hiccups. Then he decided to eat some sugar. Some people think that makes the hiccups go away. But look, I still see that little word. Hip, hip, hip. He still has the hiccups. Poor Skeleton. What, Mr. Teddy? You want to help him? Okay, well, let's see what happens first. The character in our story, Skeleton, has a problem. Let's see how he solves it. Then he decides to press his fingers over his eyes like this. But then he tries to drink water upside down. Look, now the water's going through his skull and out his eye sockets onto the floor. But upside down, I see the word hip, hip, hip. He still has the hiccups, Mr. Teddy. Then Ghost, his friend, tried to scare him. Woo! Boo! He said. Those teeny tiny words are still there. Poor skeleton. Still has the problem. Nothing worked. They just stayed. Then it says Ghost got smart. His friend Ghost got an idea. I wonder what it is. Let's look closely. He's looking in a trunk, and I see a tennis racket, some clothes. I wonder what his idea is. How he's going to help his friend. Let's see. Oh, look at this. Ghost is holding up a mirror. Do you see that? There's Ghost, okay? He's holding up the mirror. Now, Skeleton's looking the other way. He doesn't see that mirror yet. He still has the hiccups. Hic, hic, hic. What do you think is going to happen next? That means, what do you predict? Skeleton's not looking at the mirror now. What do you think's going to happen when he does look at that mirror? Let's see. Skeleton turned around. Look, he looked at the mirror. He saw his reflection and he screamed, "Ah!" And the H-I-C word, hic, hic, floated away. Do you see the letters floating away? Did it work? Did his hiccups go away? They left. Look at Skeleton's face, my friends. Is he happy now? Maybe relieved? Did his friend Ghost help him? Yes, he did. He scared him, and I guess Skeleton brought in air in his body really quickly, and the hiccups went away. Yep, look at this. The very last page of this story. You can see the words. Hic, hic, hic. They're just jumping away. And then it says, hooray! Problem solved. Did you like that story, Mr. Teddy? Yes, now we've talked about this. Skeletons are the bones in your body, okay? But if you see skeletons at Halloween or people walking around with costumes, that's just pretend. But we need our skeletons inside our body. We need them. They hold us up. But this skeleton, he's a character in a book, so he's fiction. Say, just pretend. Just pretend.